The year is 900 AD. We are in the region we now call New York State. But there are no skyscrapers, no Wall Street, no subways. And yet this land is not empty. Far from it. It is alive with people, communities, and cultures. The forests whisper stories. The rivers carry news. And the land breathes beneath the feet of a civilization that history rarely speaks of. Today, we walk through the forgotten cities of New York in 900 AD and discover what you would have seen. To the average eye in 2025, New York may seem a creation of the modern world. But in 900 AD, the land was already organized by language, by lineage, by land use. Here, the ancestors of the Iroquois Confederacy, the Haudenosaunee, along with other tribal nations like the Algonquian-speaking peoples, were thriving in decentralized urban centers. No castles, no cathedrals, but towns, yes. Villages, yes. Civic planning? Absolutely. Let's walk into their world. Haudenosaunee heartlands, Proto, Onondaga, and Mohawk villages. Our journey begins in what is now central New York, a land of rolling hills, dense forests, and interconnected lakes. Here, the ancestors of the Onondaga, Oneida, and Mohawk people lived in semi-permanent towns built with precision and care. You enter a palisaded village. Walls of sharpened logs circle the settlement. Why? Protection, not just from wild animals, but rival nations or raiders. Inside, rows of longhouses dominate the space. These aren't huts, these are large, communal dwellings, housing families related through the maternal line. Women, yes, women hold significant power here. They own the homes. They farm the fields. They choose the clan leaders. This society is matrilineal and highly democratic. You walk along pathways bordered by maize, beans, and squash, the sacred three sisters. Their planting patterns reflect harmony and knowledge passed through generations. Trade routes and wampum highways. Even in 900 AD, this land is not isolated. The towns of New York are connected by footpaths, riverways, and alliances. You could walk from Lake Ontario to the Hudson River using trails that would, centuries later, become colonial roads and highways. Caravans of people move silently through forests, carrying furs, obsidian, copper, dried fish, and carved tools. They exchange stories, tobacco, medicines, and above all, wampum. Wampum is more than decoration. It is currency, it is treaty, it is sacred memory encoded in beadwork. You see skilled artisans sitting beside riverbanks, patiently drilling holes into quahog shells. It can take days to make a single strand. The river cities, Hudson Valley settlements. Now we head southeast into the lush Hudson Valley. It's 900 AD. The climate is warm. The forests are rich with chestnuts, elk, and wild berries. Here, Algonquian-speaking peoples, including the ancestors of the Mohican and Lenape, inhabit towns along the Hudson River, where river and forest meet in perfect balance. You would see oval-shaped wigwams covered in bark and hides, clustered around central fire pits. Fishing nets stretch into the river. Smokehouses dry salmon and shad. Children play with corn-husk dolls. The air smells of burning cedar, cooked squash, and damp earth. These people navigate by canoe sleek vessels carved from single tree trunks. The river is their highway. Here, politics are local. Power is shared. Spirituality permeates all things, from the rocks to the hawks to the flowing water itself. A sacred grove, spirit and ceremony. In every settlement, no matter the tribe, you would find spaces of spirit. Maybe it's a clearing in the woods. Maybe it's a grove beside the lake. Maybe it's the fire circle within the longhouse. Here, you'd witness dances slow, deliberate, ancestral, You'd hear songs that tell of birth, war, marriage, and myth. You'd smell tobacco and sage in the air. And if you're still enough, you might just hear the voice of the land speaking back. To the people of 900 AD New York, spirituality is not a Sunday ritual. It is every step, every breath. It is as present in a meal as in a dream. Winter life and woodcraft. Let's fast forward to winter. The snows come early and deep, but life doesn't stop. It adapts. In longhouses, fires are tended all day. People wear cloaks made of woven plant fiber and furs. Children are taught oral histories by their elders, stories memorized with precision, told under flickering firelight. Outside, men hunt deer and snowshoe through dense pine forests. Women carve tools and store dried food in animal hide sacks. Craftsmanship thrives. Snowshoes, fishing spears, intricate beadwork, all done without metal, without modern machines, and yet, the results are masterworks of form and function. Intertribal relations, peace and conflict. Was it peaceful? Yes and no. The world of 900 AD was complex. There were rivalries, skirmishes, migrations. Some towns fortified themselves. Others allied through marriage, wampum exchanges, and council fires. But one thing is certain, there were beginnings of what would become a unified voice. The seeds of the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, a democratic alliance of nations, were being planted in this very era. They would later inspire political thinkers, from Benjamin Franklin to Thomas Jefferson. But in 900 AD, the story was still unfolding. Echoes beneath the asphalt. As you walk this ancient land, imagine the footsteps beneath your feet. In modern-day Albany, Syracuse, Rochester, and Buffalo, villages once stood. Ritual fires once burned. Children once laughed in languages older than empires. These cities of 900 AD were not made of steel or glass, but they were built of community, wisdom, and a profound relationship with the earth. Final reflection. What you would have seen. So, what would you have seen walking through New York in 900 AD? You would have seen harmony with nature, democracy without parliaments, cities without conquest, spirituality without cathedrals. You would have seen people resilient, intelligent, deeply rooted. And while the world has changed, their spirit lives on in place names, in stories, and in the quiet forest still standing. Thank you for walking with me. If you enjoyed this journey into a forgotten world, like, subscribe, and share the story. There's much more to explore. Until next time, I'm Newton Warts, and this was a walk through history. Explore more forgotten civilizations. Subscribe. Watch next.